Now, iconic American actor, comic Jerry Seinfeld has visited Israel in a show of solidarity with the country's fight against Hamas and the rise in anti-Semitism around the world. The Jewish American star landed in Israel on Monday with his wife and children, meeting families of Israeli hostages still held in Gaza, as well as some recently released hostages. And it did not take long. Like clockwork, the loonies on the left are vowing to disrupt his programs, including his upcoming tour here in Australia. There's all sorts of Twitter X activity about this, Sophie. Do you think they're going to follow through with this? I mean, he is an iconic comic, much loved, very much a mainstream comic, is hardly sort of risque. Are they going to protest and scream at people, probably middle-aged people, trying to attend his shows?
Look, nothing would surprise me in this world of activism, Rita, but you're right. Like, Jerry Seinfeld is not really...
He's very vanilla. I mean, come on.
Vanilla. He's not an offensive character. So let's wait and see. But I wouldn't be surprised, Rita, going on, how these activists do operate.
Now, the mother of hostage, Naama Levy, has launched a desperate plea to have her daughter released by Hamas. She told CNN for her time is running out.
My voice may be soft when I speak right now, but the scream is inside me, and I don't hear the voices of the world loud enough responding to the scream. My daughter has been kidnapped by Hamas. Can you even begin to imagine that?
It's just heartbreaking, and that footage, I think it's burnt into the memories of so many people. That was one of the first bits of footage we saw out of October 7, and you just wonder, what happened to that girl? What has she suffered? Is she still alive? And if it's done so much to people's emotions who don't even know her, you can hardly fathom how her mother's coping.
Oh, that's right, Rita. Just such an awful situation for her mother. And you're right, it's just one of those situations, even when you're not connected to it personally, it's so heartbreaking and shattering. And we've seen so many stories like this come out of what's going on in Israel, so truly shocking.
Now, Israel is urging the International Committee of the Red Cross to pressure Hamas to ensure access to the hostages still under their control. Their response, the Red Cross response, is it won't work. Have a look.
You have every avenue, every right, and every expectation to place public pressure on Hamas.
It's not going to work, because if the more public pressure we seemingly would do, the more they would shut the door.
Well, I'm not sure about that.
Yes, they would. They would.
Well, why don't you try it?
That does seem to be very frustrating, a very frustrating approach that it's not going to work. Well, why wouldn't you try it? Why wouldn't you try everything just to ensure the hostages are alive, they're being taken care of, that, you've got some vital information for their families?
Of course, Rita. I do note that obviously it is a very tricky situation. You just can't go, in like a bullet a gate. But wouldn't you try?
Well, I know that clip has caused all sorts of unrest in Israel. There's a lot of people who are just really unhappy. Perhaps the way it was expressed wasn't the best way it could have been expressed. But if there's a further explanation, then, we'd like to hear it.